Guys, but we have to return for a moment in England because Manchester United introduced their new signings at Old Trafford. It's official. Benjamin Sesko, also Mbeumo, Cunha and Rojas, and Leon all together at the stadium at Old Trafford to say hi to Manchester United fans and to play Cunha and Mbeumo while Sesko wasn't ready to play yet. But the news coming out of Old Trafford is that Rasmus Højlund didn't play one single minute. And this is the message of the club. For Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund is a player available on the market. For Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund can leave immediately. For Manchester United, Højlund is available on loan. It's an initial loan and it's not a free loan. So let me explain. For Manchester United, the Højlund deal can happen. Loan, by option, not mandatory. Over 40 million euros, around 45. Loan fee around 6-7 million euros. Salary covered. These are the conditions of the Rasmus Højlund deal for Manchester United. AC Milan have big interest in this deal. AC Milan already spoke to intermediaries to start the conversations. What's the point? Why the deal is not advanced at the final stages yet? Because Højlund, as of today, even after the game, still maintains the same position. He wants to stay at Man United, fight for his place and compete. We will see, guys, because obviously Man United will have to convince Højlund to go, and not playing him one single minute was probably a strong message to the player, but at the moment, still no green light to the move from Rasmus Højlund. So we will have to follow and see what happens with this situation, because Milan are there, but still the player side is needed. On Manchester United, guys, I told you last night, Man United maintain contacts with the agents of Carlos Baleba, and I want to confirm that. Manchester United are speaking again and again, even today, with the agents of Carlos Baleba, about the contract, about the salary. So Man United on player side want to advance, and then see what happens with Brighton. At the moment, with Brighton, is still not something advanced or concrete or easy. They know that Brighton wall remains very high, but the contacts are still ongoing. The player is not closing doors to Manchester United. And so Man United, from what I feel, they want to try. They want to try and say, okay, we believe Baleba is the perfect player. We are very happy with our market because Man United signed Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko players they wanted. Now they say, if we can get the perfect midfielder, good, otherwise we will move on. But Man United want to try. And this is why, even today, on a Saturday, they continue to speak with the agents of Baleba, and the contract is a topic that for Manchester United would not be a problem. So let's see what's going to happen there. But for sure, it's an interesting situation to follow. Meanwhile, we have to respect Brighton and say that Brighton don't want to sell the player and will make Man United life in this deal very, very difficult.
As you can see, Sue Smith has now joined me in the studio. Sue, great to see you. Great to have the new season back. Great to have you back. We're going to start with this man here, Sesko, signing for Manchester United. They've been after a big striker all summer. What do you make of what you know about Sesko?
I think it's a good signing, and you can clearly see why a lot of clubs were after him. He's still young. He's obviously got a lot of potential and a lot of sort of, you know, growth within that ability that we've already seen. He's certainly got the physicality that you think could certainly perform in the Premier League. He's a real presence. You feel that, you know, if they want to play the ball into him, he can certainly hold the ball up and link play. He's also got pace to get in behind. We know that he's a goal scorer, but again, I think he can even get better with that. So you just feel with Manchester United's business, with those attacking players that they've already brought in with Premier League experience and quality, you're then adding a young player with a lot of potential to that. And it must be really exciting for Manchester United fans, because after such a poor season last year, a season where we know that they needed to add more goals and more creativity, you look at that front line now and you think, wow, this could be really exciting for Manchester United.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously bringing in the likes of Mbeumo, we've seen them, they were introduced to the Old Trafford crowds at the start of the game. Do you think United fans, as you said, should be excited about what's ahead for this new season?
I think so, and Ruben Amorim obviously came in mid-season. He didn't want to do that. He wanted a pre-season with his team. I think to change a style and a philosophy mid-season was always going to be difficult. And you know, he's now had that pre-season. He's now got the players in that he obviously wants to get in. I think there's going to be certainly outgoings from a Manchester United perspective. But yeah, if I was a Manchester United fan, I'd certainly be looking forward to watching these players play, because yes, you've got somebody that may take a little bit of time to adapt to the Premier League in Sesko, but you've got, like you say, Mbeumo, you know, Cunha, players that are Premier League ready. You know, they know how to perform. We know that they've got absolute star quality, whether that's goals, whether that's assists. So yeah, I'd certainly be excited, I think.
Yeah. What about the situation with